Welcome to the Lakers News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Hey guys, recently, as always, whenever there's an opportunity to talk about Zach LaVine, I want to take it. Seriously, among all the options available for the Lakers, whether for cost-benefit or the impact he could have, I believe Zach LaVine makes the most sense. Not only would he bring offensive firepower, but also a natural fit for this team. When LaVine is healthy, he offers something the Lakers lacked last season, offensive consistency. On a bad night, he can still give you 15 points, which is much more than we can expect from some players on the roster during tough moments. Additionally, he offers what the Lakers urgently need: athletic explosiveness, pressure at the rim, and even help with rebounding. Now, about his defense. A lot of people criticize LaVine in this area, but if you look closely, he defends quite well when he's engaged. Imagine him on a team where he doesn't need to be the primary scorer every night, with LeBron and AD by his side. This would free him up to focus more on defense, knowing he doesn't have to carry the offense alone. When it comes to fit, LaVine might be the most natural option. Yes, dreaming about Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving is amazing, but you have to think about how they would adapt as the third option. LaVine? He knows the role he'd have. He's already played as the second or third option before. He wouldn't have as steep a learning curve as some other big names. On the other hand, the Lakers also need to evaluate how the young talents evolve. What if Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura really make that leap? Would they still need LaVine? If Reeves holds a solid 15-point-per-game average or Rui becomes a guy who consistently delivers 20, maybe the need for Zach LaVine diminishes. In summary, the Lakers are in a good moment to observe and not rush. LaVine would be an incredible addition, but they have the chance to wait and see if he's really healthy and if the team needs a player with his characteristics. Because at the end of the day, if Reeves, Rui, or even D'Angelo Russell evolve as expected, the Lakers may realize that what's really lacking is someone to strengthen the defense, not the offense. But if by January the team needs a top-tier scorer, LaVine could be the perfect name. And that's exactly why I say the Lakers have to stay calm and not make hasty moves. The NBA market changes quickly, and January is still a bit away. But it's a strategic point to know what each team truly needs for the final stretch of the season. Now, talking about potential trades. A lot of people question what the Lakers would have to offer for Zach LaVine, and the truth is any deal like this is going to cost. The first thing Chicago will probably want is the Lakers' future draft picks. But honestly, looking at the immediate future with LeBron and AD, I think those picks become less relevant because the team is clearly in win-now mode. Besides, having LaVine could ensure those picks aren't that high if the team keeps competing at the top. Apart from the picks, young players like Max Christie, Rui Hachimura, or even Austin Reeves could be included in the conversation, depending on how the Bulls front office values them. And yes, I know it might be tough to see a promising young player leave, but it's part of the game. To bring in a star like LaVine, sacrifices are necessary. But we can't forget about the salary aspect. Trading for LaVine would require moving large contracts like D'Angelo Russell's or even Jared Vanderbilt's, and that's something the Lakers need to think carefully about. If they give up Russell, for example, who will take over playmaking duties when LeBron is off the court? And can LaVine fill that gap, or will the Lakers need another point guard? There are many factors to consider. The most interesting part of this potential deal is the impact Zach LaVine would have not only on the team but also on the overall mindset of the Lakers. He's a player who has proven he can close out games. Pairing him with LeBron and AD would bring a new dynamic to the team, giving the Lakers a third star who wouldn't shy away from decisive moments. And that kind of player is what defines a team that can truly contend for a championship. Imagine this scenario: playoffs, tight game, AD and LeBron are exhausted after a tough stretch, and you still have LaVine, capable of hitting a clutch shot or driving explosively to the basket and drawing fouls. That's the kind of depth the Lakers need, something that would elevate them far above many competitors in the Western Conference. Lakers fans deserve to see a team competing for titles at a high level, and in my opinion, LaVine could be that final piece of the puzzle. Of course, it's all a matter of timing. As I said, I'd wait until January to see how the current roster adjusts and how LaVine responds physically. But if the stars align and the trade makes sense, the Lakers will be ready for another title run. As a Lakers fan, I view the potential arrival of Zach LaVine with a lot of excitement, but also with some caution. LaVine is undoubtedly an elite offensive player. He would bring an offensive explosion that could relieve the burden on LeBron and Anthony Davis, especially during crucial moments in games, which is something we really need. We've seen in recent seasons how the lack of a third player who can be decisive in the playoffs has hurt the team. LaVine would fill that void and make the opposing defense have to decide who to guard in the final moments. On the other hand, my concern is how he would fit into the current system. While LaVine is a natural scorer, he's not known for his defense, and the Lakers have been trying to build a solid defensive identity in recent years. If he comes, will he commit to improving on that side of the floor? Moreover, any trade for him would likely require sacrifices in the roster. I really like the potential of guys like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, and losing one of those young talents or even future draft picks could be a risk. However, I'm on the side that believes that, with LeBron on the team, win now has to be the top priority. Every season with him on the Lakers is an opportunity to chase the title, so if the front office believes that LaVine gets us closer to that goal, I'm 100% on board. At the end of the day, it would be amazing to see the trio of LeBron, AD, and LaVine leading the Lakers into the playoffs. LaVine could be the piece that puts us back on top of the NBA. Let's see how things unfold, but as a fan, I support a bold move if it means more chances to lift the trophy. However, I also think about potential financial complications in the long term. LaVine has a big contract, and the Lakers are already heavily invested in LeBron and AD. This could limit our flexibility for future moves, especially in seeking roster depth, which has been one of our weaknesses in recent seasons. Trading for him would have to be very well planned to ensure we don't end up in a win-or-bust situation with no room for future adjustments. Another point I consider is the impact he would have on the development of the young players. Reeves and Rui have shown remarkable growth, and part of me wonders how they would fit with LaVine on the roster. Would these players, who clearly have potential to evolve, be able to maintain their level with the arrival of a star who would inevitably have more touches on the ball? I really like the energy and fighting spirit they brought last season, and it will be crucial to maintain that balance. But ultimately, if the Lakers can work out the details and ensure that LaVine comes in healthy and committed, I think the trade could truly elevate us to the next level. He could be the difference maker we need to be competitive against teams like the Denver Nuggets or the Phoenix Suns, who have deeper rosters with multiple stars capable of closing out games. As a fan, I'll always prefer to see the Lakers making bold moves rather than staying still, and LaVine would be one of those moves that would put the entire league on notice. If everything works out, we could be looking at a new big three for the Lakers. And honestly, with LeBron in the final stages of his career, we have to go all in now. Let's go, Lakers. Furthermore, what excites me about Zach LaVine is the unpredictability factor he brings. He's the type of player who can easily explode in a game, with the ability to string together baskets and dominate an entire quarter by himself. In the playoffs, where every possession counts, having someone like him alongside LeBron and AD would be a powerful weapon. Imagine a defense trying to cover LeBron in the post, AD in the pick and roll, and at the same time trying to close the perimeter to prevent LaVine from exploding to the basket or hitting a three. That would be devastating for any team.